Hey guys, when I was a kid, my teacher, Mr. Patel, made a dramatic announcement one Monday. The kind that instantly hushes an entire classroom full of pencil tapping. "We're going," he said, pausing for effect, "to the Franklin Institute." The room absolutely erupted. Kids started clapping, hooting, high-fiving each other like they just won the Super Bowl. The Franklin Institute to a bunch of kids was like the Louvre. They had a room full of pulleys and levers. They had a giant heart you could walk through. They had a planetarium that showed a movie where you could float through Saturn's rings like an astronaut ballerina. This wasn't just any old field trip. Oh, no. This was the childhood event of the semester. All we had to do, though, was bring in a signed permission slip by Friday. Simple, right? Mr. Patel passed out all the forms. I folded mine neatly, put it in the front pouch of my backpack, zipped it up with confidence, and thought, well, I'll get to this later. And then Monday night came. I got home, ate a grilled cheese sandwich, watched some cartoons, played around to Super Smash Bros. With my neighbor. The permission slip, still in my backpack. I'll give it to them tomorrow, I thought. I wasn't worried, it was only Monday. And then Tuesday rolled around. At school, people were already talking about what snacks they were gonna pack. I thought about all the cool snacks I'd bring, and silently congratulated myself on how organized I was for still knowing exactly where the form was. But that night, I pulled it out of my bag. I placed it on the kitchen table right next to my dad's keys. And then I ate dinner, then I watched TV, and then I went to bed. When I woke up the next morning, the form was gone. My mom had wiped down the table and moved it somewhere. I found it under a stack of newspapers next to an unopened packet of mailers. Again, I thought, it's only Wednesday, it's whatever. On Wednesday though, Mr. Patel reminded us, permission slips are due on Friday, no exceptions. Thursday night, this was my moment, my deadline. I walked into the kitchen with a purpose, form in hand, but then dinner ran late. There was a whole debate about whether or not my younger brother had to finish his green beans. I got distracted watching a documentary about whales because they were narrating it like it's a soap opera or something. Finally, at 9:41 p.m., I remembered the permission slip. "Mom, can you sign this, please?" She looked at me like I'd handed her a tax form or something. "This is due tomorrow morning?" "Yeah, but it's fine, right? You could sign it now and I'll take it in the morning." She sighed. "I have a meeting early. I'm not going anywhere near your school. You should have asked me earlier." I turned to my dad. He was asleep on the couch. I poked him. Nothing. My opportunity was vanishing. Friday morning, I got up extra early. Permission slip still unsigned. Still hopeful though, I stuffed it in my folder and marched to school like a soldier, hoping the war was just a rumor. In class, everyone was wearing sneakers and zip-up hoodies, the universal field trip uniform. Until Mr. Patel walked over and said, "Hey, where's your permission slip?" I opened my folder like it was gonna suddenly contain some magic signature. "It's here," I said, pulling out the paper, "but it's not signed." He gave me the look, the teacher look. "I'm sorry, man, you can't go without it." And just like that, the class filed out. I watched the yellow bus rolling away, growing smaller through the window as my classmates waved from inside. A moving blur of smiles, snacks, and childhood memories in the making. And all I did was sit at my desk doing math problems about decimals and fractions. I pictured the gift shop. I pictured the giant walk-through heart that would now never feel my tiny sneakers stomp through its aorta. All because I said later, over and over. To this day, I've never been to the Franklin Institute. Every time someone mentions the field trip, or a missed opportunity, or even just space travel, I feel a small pang of regret. The kind that only comes from a lesson earned the hard way. Because procrastination doesn't shout, it whispers, "You got time. You'll do it tomorrow. One more episode, just 5 more minutes. Until one day, there's no time left, and the bus has already left."